We came so close to winning a Super Bowl with Minnesota in the last episode of this rebuild, and today we're giving it one more try. Now, I had myself on mute for the start of this recording, so I'm just going to give a little recap here for a couple minutes, but I didn't feel like there was a lot I had to do to this roster. 5-star dev offensive linemen, a lot of great playmakers with Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, but what do we do at quarterback? We tried the year with Brady. We tried a year with Rodgers. Do we bring back Aaron Rodgers for one more run, given this roster and kind of the win now construction of it? There's a couple things we could look to do on defense, though. I thought maybe corner could be addressed. You could also look at D-line still. And there were also, some players we had to think about possibly retiring. And in this case, Kyle Fuller and Harrison Smith did retire. Aaron Rodgers did not. On top of that, there's a lot of players with expiring contracts who are veterans. And right away, I saw that Rodgers' regression wasn't too bad, so I did want to bring him back. And he'd still probably be good for another run at the Super Bowl. So I offered him a contract here of around $30.6 million, and he turned us down. There were a lot of other players I had to think about. Christian Darrisaw, due for an extension. We went with a 3-year, $41 million offer. He signed that. I wanted to bring back Eric Kendricks, but he turned down that offer. And then I decided to not offer a contract to Garrett Bradbury. We did let a lot of these veterans test free agency, and basically the entire 2021 draft class as well, as I knew that I'd have to do a little bit of reshuffling to this roster. Also, I wanted to move much faster in this video, so let me know if you like this kind of rebuild for certain projects. Fantastic, just realized that my microphone was muted, but anyway, we are trying to re-sign Aaron Rodgers. I did take a little bit of the offer down here because it's still worth a ton of points. And maybe we can just put it into his contract where he gets a seat at the table for free agency moves. And that whole thing with Rodgers and wanting to have a say there is funny to me because, when Kirk Cousins showed up in Minnesota, he lobbied to get Aldrick Robinson on the Vikings in his first year. Cousins had that opportunity on day one. It took Rodgers 15 years to get Randall Cobb back in a trade. Oh man, we have to get Travis Etienne, don't we? Man, this is a great year to sign running backs. Etienne, Javonte Williams. 7 teams interested in Bradbury. Just completely overlooking David Andrews and Ryan Jensen. Let's see. Pass block power. 10 higher than Garrett Bradbury. I don't mind bringing back Michael Pierce. I just want to take down the offer a bit here. And I want something in the mid-70s here. Low 80s works too. I like that offer. That one's $6.3 million. Well, I mean, Khalil Mack is available and teams aren't interested. Probably his last season. Yeah, I am definitely offering a contract to Khalil Mack. $22 million? Okay, we could take that down a little bit. I think I bought some of those packages that make, the interest greater. So, these default offers are ending up with really high point totals. 105, I think, is even more than I need. Usually here, if I want to really get a deal done, I go for at least 90 points in round 1 of free agency if they're a top tier player. That's fine. Still plenty of cap space to offer contracts. So here is an offer for Byron Jones. I feel like this team has unlimited cap space right now. I'm offering to Stephon Gilmore as well. All right, Khalil Mack accepts, Stephon Gilmore, Aaron Rodgers, David Andrews. I also offered to Teddy Bridgewater and Eric Kendricks, Byron Jones, Michael Pierce. Easy. So this team is still just loaded. Such a great roster we have here, and I don't think that we're going to draft any starters. But in case I can't get the Super Bowl here in the first try, I might need to have a few replacements ready for these veterans. So if I want to address corner, which I probably should, Leslie Mann, a man-to-man archetype corner. Early first talent, you gotta go way up the board for him. Chris Goodwin, there's Eric Duval. If we take a corner here, there's a chance they start over Dantzler. Ooh, Matthias Crisp, early first talent, that early 2 projection. Maybe I move up a couple spots for him, but there's other corners ahead of him that should kind of be a guide as to when he'll go. So I think he's the target. First corner goes at 9. It's Morgan Barber. That is pretty good. Then the next cornerback goes, the next pick, that's Leslie Mann. I think I'd be cool moving up like 10 spots or so if I had to. Corners are not going right now. A lot of receivers, a couple quarterbacks. There's Chris Goodwin. I might not even have to move up at all here. Eric Duval is drafted. Do I want to move up just to be careful? I don't want to give up the 3 here, but that's probably what it takes. I think we'll just stay at our pick then, if it's not going to be easy. And I'm glad to see it be difficult there. Like, you don't move up in the first round for free, that's for sure. So Green Bay goes Brian Seawright. Just gotta make it 2 more picks, man. Come on. All right, then we have 2 options. Joe Yarbrough, Chris Ballard. Both have good size. Ballard, 21 years old, man cover corner. And then Yarbrough, I mean, better in man, but his zone is going to be pretty good and already good awareness. I think Yarbrough is probably the pick here. Let's make Joe Yarbrough the first round pick. He's got normal development, 75 overall, 92 speed. Might play in the slot then as a rookie. All right, here in the second round, we are going to select Arnold Fife, who did not participate in the combine, but awareness, finesse moves, both look really good. He'd probably go before our 3rd round pick, so you take him here. And let's see if he's got that hidden dev. No. I used up all my hidden dev luck in that first draft. 82 speed, 80 finesse moves. He can learn behind Mac. All right, 3rd round now, and D-tackle feels like it's probably a good spot to look at here. A- power moves is always going to stand out here. Tony Batista. Joey Miller is also an option at tight end. I think he could be really solid here and will give us another young playmaker on offense. I feel like Joey Miller, first off, better grade, but also just maybe a greater need as well on the team. So Joey Miller, I just realized he's 273 and he's got 86 speed. This guy's incredible. Joey Miller. I don't even care about the normal development. That size and speed combination at tight end is unbelievable. 275. He's close to being a tackle. This is like the best tight end I've scouted and drafted in a long time. Wow. And in the 4th round, we come back with hidden development and edge rusher Evan Wheaton. Not bad. 78 speed though, 78 strength. Not the best athlete, but 75 power, hidden dev always is a big deal. A lot of ratings, though, in the 60s and 70s. I think his ceiling wouldn't be all that high, honestly. Reminds me of when I drafted Cam Smithson in the Broncos franchise. In that series, Smithson was like an undersized 3-tech pass rusher. Maybe he wasn't undersized, but he wasn't like super strong or anything like that. Just had the pass rush skill. So he was good for, 5 to 7 sacks a season. That's fine. Like I said, I want to move a lot quicker in this video, so I just simmed the rest of the draft. There wasn't enough scouting to make any informed decisions there. So here's what we got. pretty nice draft class here. I like the top 4 a lot. And hey, the CPU did it, not me. But I like it. Demario Allen from ECU, 85 speed though. I gotta teach the CPU a little something about drafting running backs in the 7th. Oh, perfect too. I wanted the center on this team as a backup. Forgot to take care of that myself. Pete Mays, just a backup center. Cool. Wait, I had no idea as well. In the 6th round, we drafted a hidden dev corner, Calvin Wilson. Wow. I don't know how to make the most of this because, like, we have enough corners. We're trying to win a ring this year. But, yeah, another hidden dev player. All right, it's take 2 with Aaron Rodgers. We kick it off against the Bengals. Then we get Kansas City, Green Bay. I feel like I made the team better after the Aaron Rodgers first season experiment, and I think there's no reason why we can't go back to the Super Bowl this year. Let's get into this season now. All right, so taking 2 out of 3 here is not bad. You get that first division win over Green Bay. Obviously, the Chiefs are really good. If you make it to the Super Bowl in the NFC, you expect to face them. We lucked out the first time. I'm pretty sure the odds of us avoiding them again are low. And that is a lot of yards. Now, I'm sure I could skip this, but I'm not going to. Locker room calling it quits. Who is it? Who wants to retire right now? Dalvin Cook? No! Dalvin, you gotta stay. This is the year. This is the year you win a championship, Dalvin, I'm telling you. Dalvin Cook doesn't have his heart in the game, resulting in a significant hit to his ratings. Winning will help Dalvin stick around, while going on a losing streak could lead to his retirement. Wow. So how bad are the ratings? Oh, he's down to a 93. That's like 6 down. They say 5. So break tackle down 10, juke down 10, spin down 10, catching down 10. We've got to find a way to win to reverse this. We need Dalvin. Didn't you hear me? I said we had to win. We allowed 500 yards again to Dallas. Zeke ran for 183. Dalvin's still good. It wasn't your fault. This is bad. He's about to retire, isn't he? All right, we bounce back to win the next 2 games. Playing better defense, thankfully. I was starting to get worried about them. Hey, usually Trey Lance gets 4 touchdowns, no picks against me, so this is a huge win for the defense. Jared Porter had to play a lot. George Stovall. Where's Dalvin Cook? He was injured. Dalvin Cook got hurt, but he's good to go now. He has not yet retired, but the ratings are still going down for him. Uh-oh. Right now we're 5-3. We just lost to Carolina. We are firmly in the playoff hunt. Yes, he's feeling a lot better. Okay. It happened after a loss. This showed up after losing to Carolina. I thought this was it. But Dalvin Cook is not going to retire. He's not 100% yet, but he's starting to feel more like himself, resulting in a reduced hit to his ratings. We went from everything down 10 to those same ratings down 5. So much better. Should still be able to put up some big games. And we just dropped 55 on the Green Bay Packers, so things have to be good to go moving forward. Aaron Rodgers throws 3 touchdowns. Dalvin's back, baby. 134, 4 touchdowns. He is not going anywhere. 64 receiving yards. That's what we like to see. And Daniil Hunter, 4 sacks, 2.5 for Khalil Mack. This is like a half season's worth of sacks in the practice squad, which, if you didn't catch my video over the weekend, I cannot continue the practice squad due to the files not loading. at all. Dalvin's happy again, and this offense is now unstoppable. 42 points against Baltimore, 45-0 against the Giants. Matthew McGee is the quarterback. Did not have a great day against our defense that's been outstanding in the recent weeks. Dalvin is doing a great job. We're stopping Saquon Barkley. If you can sim and play that well against the best running backs in the game, you have a legit run defense. So, I mean, why can't this team go all the way? Other than that they're the Minnesota Vikings, which is important to consider. But we're 9-3. The Lions are right behind us. Can we hold them off? Why is this showing up again? Is it telling me that this is over? It's been a long year, but I've been feeling great lately and ready to go for the rest of the year. Let's go. Dalvin's all in. Back to himself and gets a ratings buff. We just went from Dalvin -10 to Dalvin +3 on most of these. +7 for catching. Oh, I guess a lot of these are already at 99, so they can't go any higher. 99 break tackle, vision, juke, change of direction, morale, incredible. And he's going to, probably set career highs in everything this year. 20 touchdowns. Yeah, Dalvin's just fine. With one game to go, we are the number 2 seed. Right behind the Carolina Panthers. Like, the Panthers and the Chiefs are so good here in the simming. I'm not shocked at all that the Panthers are where they are in franchise as you move ahead. I mean, the drafts they've put together in the last few years are setting themselves up for a very nice future. So on we go to Wild Card Weekend, where the Vikings will be playing against the Washington Football Team. The Lions finished only one game behind us. That team is the real deal. We ended up being the 3 seeds, so Seattle leapfrogged us, and now we get Washington. We ended up losing like the last 2 games of the season too, so that hurt a little bit. If we check out our stats this season, Aaron Rodgers, 28 touchdowns, 7 picks. Still very much a rushing offense, so you're not always going to get the best passing numbers with Minnesota Sims here. 28 touchdowns, less than 37, of course, a year ago. Yards per attempt was down for Rodgers. Dalvin, 1878, 25 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson goes for 1,300. Chris Redmond, 836. Herb Smith, 475. And it looks like Joey Miller really didn't get to play much. I was hoping as the number 2 tight end he would get more action. Actually, I don't know the scheme I'm using right now, but a lot of those playbooks will utilize the second tight end quite a bit, just not for us. Offensive line actually looks good. Not many sacks allowed, just 27 all year. And then 3 players double-digit sacks. Daniil, of course, Khalil Mack, and Tommy Gillislee. Love seeing this year 3 breakout for him. Very strong, very fast, and the true breakout campaign. Interceptions, I love seeing that. Gilmore, Kendricks, Bonds, and Dantzler. I did play Joe Yarbrough a lot. You can't get 83 tackles without playing a lot. But no interceptions for him in his rookie season. Justin Tucker missed 2 field goals and 2 extra points. They were blocked. So let's see this playoff run. First up, we're taking on the Washington Football Team at home as the 3 seed. And the Minnesota Vikings win that game 31-28. Mitchell Trubisky, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in this game. Dalvin, 80 yards rushing, pretty low by his standards. So we get it done in the first game. Dallas next. This matchup always concerns me, but the Vikings win it by 3. 27-24. 2 touchdowns for Rodgers, 2 touchdowns for Dak in this one. We're holding Zeke to 49 yards. I mean, we actually built a run defense here. Kansas City is still in this, by the way. 56 points against Jacksonville. You don't want to have to run into Kansas City, but you probably don't have an option, do ya? All right, let's sim like this for this one as Carolina takes the early lead. And we're not scoring. Where is the offense for Minnesota? Finally, whoa. All right, we're getting some offense finally. Looks like Carolina had missed an extra point. We turned over Carolina. We have the ball. Touchdown to Joey Miller, the rookie. And the Vikings do take the lead. Fourth quarter. Still close. Carolina gets it back. They have it at their 20. 3rd and 6. We got the stop. Short field now. Go score here and just take care of this game. Dalvin running for 7 yards and then 3 and out. You can't punt that. You got to go for it. That's too much there. 25 yards. Huge penalty on Brandon Parks. Where have I seen that before? They did not get the 2. There's a big play. Irv Smith, 25 yards. Vikings to the 23. And 19 more. They get the touchdown. And by the way, as we missed the 2-point try, I turned off progressive fatigue. It doesn't seem to be great right now with CPU teams obviously having issues, and I suppose then if I want to watch the end of this game, wouldn't hurt. So much for going at the most rapid pace. I just don't know how. Cole Palmer, he's out of the pocket there, and it's caught inside the 35. So we're looking at Carolina probably scoring here and us having to answer. 2:48 left to play. In these situations here, I kind of like stepping up the defensive aggression because the worst outcome isn't Carolina scoring. It's Carolina scoring using up all the remaining time. So this is where I'd play super risky. If they score, make it quick. Give us time to answer. Oh, bad throw, intercepted. Let's go. Back the other way. Minnesota's going to get the pick 6. That's what I'm talking about. We finally have some luck on our side. Just missed him there. He definitely had him wide open, but Stephon Gilmore has the pick 6. So now you should go for 2 in my opinion. I don't kick the extra points here ever. Unless my quarterback just went down and my only option is a kicker. But even then, I might have a wildcat play I like. I would not kick the extra point there. One of the reasons why I don't like the 8-point lead is because any offensive coordinator that should keep his job has 2-point plays ready to go. At given notice, when you need 2 plays, they got one. All right? So if they drive down and get a touchdown, you should not have confidence in you stopping the 2-point try. Ooh, that one is caught. It's a first down now. And with the extra points being more difficult now, the 33-yarder, I mean, they're not gimmies. Especially if you're against the Vikings or the Bears. Like, those could easily be missed. But we're up 8. It's too late to change that. And Carolina keeps working down the field here. They have all their timeouts. They should have chances to go to the end zone. Can we stop them? Cole Palmer first down, away from the pressure. It'll get down there. Oh, he got behind the defense. What are you doing? Oh, come on. Here's Palmer on 1st and goal. Touchdown. They do need the 2. It's Tommy Tremble. But now we have to slam the door shut. We get the play here. It's done. We're moving on to the Super Bowl. Cole Palmer needs 2 yards. He will run it and get it. My My whole argument there against going up 8 over 7 versus 9. Crank it up to 10 if your opposing quarterback can move outside the pocket. You should have no faith in your 2-point defense. So now we're tied. 28 seconds to go. I don't want to run the football here. We're running the football here. Dalvin Cook, gain of 4. Timeout, though. Rodgers doesn't need much time, but you have to put the ball in his hands. Dalvin Cook left side, opening there across the 40. All right. All right. We're doing this their way. This is not even my team right now. We are not doing anything I want to do. Oh, it's a quick pass. The quickest of passes. What is this? I don't like that throw. So now you got to either have Justin Tucker try to break his record, or you got to throw it to the end zone. Here we go. Last play of regulation. Rodgers, the Hail Mary master, deep to the end zone. Not today. Overtime. Panthers won the toss. This is not good. By the way, why can't they edit this whole sequence here so, like, we don't know the result until the coin is flipped? Like, this is just for show. I just want to be immersed. That's why in my Rockies video yesterday, I was pointing out, like, obscure stuff. Because that game will make you feel like you're at the ballpark. If you close your eyes and you're eating a hot dog that you may or may not have paid $8 for, you might actually think you're there. Vikings on defense. All right, that is a gain of 1. At the 26 now, working to his left. He's got to throw it on the move. That's too open. First down, Carolina. I don't recommend leaving DJ Moore open. 45 yards away from heartbreak. And it's a run to the left side and a short gain. That's a quick pass. It's on target, and that sets up a really key third down. We got so much talent on this team. Can we make one play here to give our offense a chance to win it? Playing off coverage, though. I don't like playing scared here. Cole Palmer needs to throw. It's caught at the 30. Here's Cole Palmer. He wants to set up a screen pass, and he didn't realize that in next-gen Madden, screens are terrible. Third down and 12. This is more like it, and we're challenging at the line. Now, you just can't let DJ Moore get behind you. Palmer outside to end it. He overthrows everybody. So here is a 49-yard field goal try, and this kick is coming up a mile short. Don't know why that one was so bad. That's Daniel Carlson? He can definitely kick it further than that. I'm not sure if there's some wind. But a field goal wins it, and we have Justin Tucker. Rodgers. Oh, no. No Rodgers! So we lose 8 yards, and then Rodgers loses 8 more. It's Brian Burns. Third and a literal mile. And that could have been sack number 3. That was the worst drive I think I've ever seen. Actually, that's not true. Opening drive of the Vikings season this year with 4 penalties on the offensive line. That was a whole lot worse. Who wants to end this game? Cole Palmer. He's going to throw a fadeaway way downfield. And it is off the hands of a defender in perfect coverage. On second down for Carolina, this throw is off the mark. He has now attempted 57 passes. And here is number 58 from the empty set. Vikings inside, pressure, and he got there quickly. Gillislee, you can tell he's got 89 speed. You do not see players rush from the interior and close like that if they don't have some special speed. Check this out. I mean, he's trying to get out of there, and there's no chance. All right, let's see if we actually attempt to score this time. Quick pass again, and that is a first down. We're closing in on Tucker's range. Not sure the wind here, but they're saying his range is a 64-yarder, which is technically true. On first down, not much for Cook. Another Dalvin Cook run. He's into the secondary and definitely in Tucker's range now. Dalvin Cook, right side. First down to the 21. Oh, a random timeout there as we are actually attempting the field goal. We're close enough. Send out the kicker, Justin Tucker. This kick is good. So we're going back to the Super Bowl, everybody. And this time, we take on Kansas City. If we want to accomplish this goal, it's going to take defeating Kansas City. How about this matchup? The number 1 scoring offense, the number 2 scoring offense. I don't know why we're number 1 when we scored less than them. They're the top passing team. We're the second best rushing team. And we have 2 top 10 defenses. All right. Kansas City, Minnesota. We do score first in this game. Let's jump ahead to the second half. You know Kansas City's going to score. They scored twice in a row. This is a lot lower scoring than I had expected. They do increase their lead, though, in the third quarter. It's not looking good. Kansas City just took over as well with a short field. And we're lucky they didn't score a touchdown there, but it's a 22-point game. Dalvin for 25. You got to get a touchdown here. No question. Yeah, 3rd and 19 isn't going to work. What? 23-yard touchdown on 4th down to keep the game going. No way. But can you stop Kansas City twice in the 4th quarter? Like, period, from scoring. Doesn't seem likely. So now we move down the field, but it looks to be too little too late. Kansas City's up 21 points, and that's how it's going to end. So 36-15. That's back-to-back Super Bowl losses to the Jets and Kansas City. So I guess we gotta try this again. Eric Kendricks and Stephon Gilmore retire. Rodgers has not. If we want Rodgers to come back again, he'll be an 85 overall, but that's without morale. So Rodgers is still pretty good. And if we're drafting at 31, it's hard to find a quarterback of the future. Not impossible, but we might have to start thinking about that. So Dalvin's a free agent. I feel like $10 million a year, not bad at all. Now, will this be accepted is another question. No, he's testing. Rodgers is testing. Oh, Justin Tucker, you are not going anywhere. Khalil Mack down to like 83 overall. We'll see. I have to see how some of these other players developed. But I know I want to keep around the offensive line. I just do whatever I can in my rebuilds to not have to think about the offensive line, because I do enough in real life. All right, David Andrews is back. Dylan Dent is back. I do want Ezra Cleveland. I'll tack on a 3rd year. Why not? That's good. Now it gets a little trickier because we have like Sean Fenderson, Brandon Parks. I think I will sign Parks. This is reasonable, I'd say, for 4 years. And we get that deal done. But on most of these, I think we can just go to free agency now. We'll see about Fenderson. I do like him. But he's just kind of a run stopper right now. I don't know if I want to go 20/2. Wow, Evan Wheaton ended up having superstar development, so I think that we definitely look at playing him a lot. And there's still Gillisley, there's still Anderson, and Gillisley got all that production, by the way, playing inside. So he was like a rush defensive tackle, just rated better there than other players, and it worked. So we just have to make sure we have a quarterback for this year. And I do want Dalvin Cook back. These dominant running games take you far in franchise. Still nobody else offering to Rodgers. I'd probably be fine having him and Teddy once again. All right, we had Kyle Fuller before he retired. Now we're going to sign or try to sign his brother. We have Kendall Fuller. We have so much cap space too. Like, I might as well give an offer to Javon Kinlaw. He is really, really good. We'll just be super deep along that D line if this works out. 128 points should do it. Alrighty. We're rejected by Dalvin Cook. Are you kidding me? We got Rodgers, Teddy, Kinlaw, and Fuller, but Dalvin Cook turned us down. I can't believe that. He's going to Philadelphia. Took less to do it. So we're pretty good at running back still, I would say, but you do want a good number 2. Do we go all the way back to the start and bring back Madison? I do like Tony Pollard quite a bit as well. So we'd be moving on from Dalvin to a 90 overall 24-year-old Jared Porter. It's not like a bad situation. Like, Jared Porter is ready. I just wanted to keep Dalvin. And he's put up the touchdowns, just hasn't been efficient is all. That's my only concern. So when I look at this team, I still think we can get back to the Super Bowl, but if we want to make a big change for this coming year, I think that we should look at trading for a top-level corner. There's a really steep drop-off right now in terms of overall. Not many in the 90s at all. 38 morale here. Maybe Denzel Ward wants a new team. Let's try to make a trade for him. So what if we get this all started here with our first round pick? It'll take more. So many needs along the offensive line. What happened to Cleveland? I'm not about to give up any offensive linemen. But we do have a lot of front 4 talent here. What about Arnold Fife? How much do they like him? Not very much. Alright, I'm not sure this is going to work. I'm willing to give up a lot, but they're just not interested in any of these offers. 39 morale for Marshawn Lattimore. Let's try this instead. Okay, if we offer a first for Marshawn Lattimore, we're already starting to get somewhere. I like where this is going. There you go. I tried this exact offer for Denzel Ward. It wasn't even close. A first this year, a third this year, and a third next year, and we get Marshawn Lattimore. And we also got Tony Pollard signed to be our second running back. So once again, we're basically going all in for a Super Bowl right now, giving up the first round pick, giving up a little depth, just trying to get veterans and try to make another run here. I don't really have any major goals for this draft. This is the starting lineup right here. So our first pick happens to be towards the end of the second round. What can we do with it? Well, we have a lot of players here graded lower than their projection. Receiver and D tackle aren't huge needs. Tremaine Williams might be a really good pick, though. We could use a third off-ball linebacker. And we could also draft a running back. That would not hurt. We'll start out here. Tremaine Williams, late 2 talent, ran close to a 4.6. 70 overall hidden development out of Iowa State. 87 speed, 70 zone. And has good tackling and hit power. And 72 catching. Our next pick is another edge rusher. We have a very good D-line. We'll just add some depth here. We have Leslie Guy with some really good ratings right off the bat with the 78 power moves, 70 block shed. All right, just a quick draft this time around. We did end up taking a running back at the end again. I simmed this. They took Victor Claiborne, 85 speed. I mean, like the exact same ratings as the last 7th round running back. Anyway, not trying to do too much with this draft class. I'm glad we got the good coverage linebacker. Our main draft pick was Marshawn Lattimore. I haven't seen this yet. All right, Tommy Gillislee had a strong camp and has continued to build on that this preseason. More rushing the passer for Tommy Gillislee. This is cool. I've gone through like at least 10, 15, 20 of these off seasons and have not seen this scenario. So after 2 consecutive Super Bowl defeats, can we get the job done here this time? Is this Rodgers' last season? Hard to say. We've had plenty of good young players in this little experiment, and we have a good blend of veteran players and young players developing here like Tommy Gillislee. No idea why there's Titans logo on the screen. We don't play them at all. And, ooh, this could continue his breakout. Get 2 combined sacks and tackles for loss against the football team. But we play the Cowboys. And we did not play well enough against the Cowboys. 35-21. So is the running game going to be the same without Dalvin Cook? That's probably the number one question for this year. And it was fine in week 1, but the run defense that was so good in the previous season took a major step back. We didn't get Jefferson going. So doesn't look like this worked here. And Gillislee only had a half sack today. All right, how are we supposed to go anywhere if we start the season 0-3? We put up 10 points against Miami, man. Come on. Rodgers, what is this? What's happening? The running game is fine. Now the passing game can't do anything. So this one is for a tandem breakout. So we have PJ Hill. Do we challenge him or praise him? I say we challenge him. So Justin Jefferson inspired him. That gives him a boost. And then PJ Hill needs a $150 against Green Bay. We couldn't get the job done. We lose to Green Bay in overtime. They score a walk-off touchdown. Rodgers picked off twice. Not playing well enough this year at all. And PJ Hill, I mean, a solid game, but not going to achieve that goal. And we're 1-4 anyway. Is this the end of the road? Okay. So is this different from where it's always been? We just had that scene here where, you know, a player's frustrated. Do you say you'll give him the football or not? So I want to see how this plays out because it was always super simple how it was handled in previous games. It is hurting his ratings here for sure. The route running is going down. There is some sort of temporary boost causing ratings to go up as well, and he's at 15 morale. This team just can't win. I think the Aaron Rodgers era is officially ending here. We just aren't putting up big games on offense. Maybe we're missing Dalvin a little bit, but we've ran the ball fine. I guess we didn't have Porter in this game for long, so Tony Pollard got most of the carries, and those went well. But the team's now 1-5 and going nowhere fast. I decided I wouldn't give up after the 1-5 start. And we've now won 3 consecutive games against the Falcons, Lions, and the Jets. And the NFC North is pretty close. So we still have a good chance, you know, if we win our division games here. Green Bay's in first at 5-3. Nobody's out of it right now. We fast forward to week 14. And now we are a half game behind Green Bay. We're about to have our bye and go into this final stretch. We have the top 10 offense still. We're still running the ball well. We're putting up points, playing good defense. Just kind of a weird start for a team this good. So it's a 4-game sprint to the finish now. Us against Green Bay. Who can win the NFC North? Well, we lost our next 3 games in a row. Back to the offense not doing quite enough with 1 game to go. If the season ended here, we would not be a playoff team. Is there a chance we can catch and pass Dallas? Doesn't look like it. So, really weird to lose all those games in the beginning, win all those games in the middle, and go back to losing. That's what the Vikings did last year, though, in real life. So we were that good and won 8 games this year. We went 8-9, missed the playoffs with a top 10 offense, a top 10 defense. Alrighty, let's check on the stats for this one now. You have Aaron Rodgers with 26 touchdowns, 11 picks, and very similar to what he did a year ago. And then you get a really good year from Jared Porter. Tony Pollard contributed as well. The running game didn't really take a major step back. It just seems like the passing game now isn't helping out. Defense was still good. We have a lot of good players there. Gillislee continues to break out. But no playoffs. Wow, it's a Chiefs-Panthers Super Bowl. That's incredible. No one retired for Minnesota this year, but doesn't feel like we should try this again with Rodgers. So here we go again, trying to keep a lot of these veterans on the team. Danielle Hunter is up first. Come on. The tag is 19. I'm just going to use it there. Wow, that was a good offer too. Wouldn't be the Vikings if we didn't give a running back a really big contract. But now some of these other stars that I did draft in this series need deals. So we get Dante Bonds back. Oh, come on, Brian. I really increased that deal a lot, like $5 million. Oh, Tommy Gillislee was doing this in the 2 years leading up to his contract years. So you got to make sure you have the deal ready for him. All right, we get Teddy back for 1 more year, but still need to find our starter. PJ Hill signs with the team, so we're not moving on there. And then I do want Dwayne Anderson, at least as a good run defender. We had a pretty good run defense a couple years ago. There we go. David Andrews comes back. Let's see what free agency brings our way. All right, so either we are drafting a quarterback this year or we're trying to sign Taiwan Hunter like a dozen other teams are. So Hunter, 25 years old, star dev, 80 overall. Definitely some solid ratings here. Probably didn't play a lot on his rookie deal, so do you want Taiwan Hunter as the 23rd best quarterback available, or do you look to the draft? I'm thinking I will look ahead to the draft and try to get a lot of these other free agents signed right now, like Marshawn Lattimore. We have some competition here to get Brian O'Neill back on the team, so we'll try to take care of that. We're going to move on at tight end just because I drafted that really good tight end earlier, and I'll try to sign Pat Freiermuth to complement him. Alrighty, Freiermuth signs, Lattimore does, and we're rejected by Brian O'Neill. In that case, then, we're going to give a 1-year offer to La'el Collins and have as little rating regression there as possible. That deal is done. So we're pretty much ready for the draft then. And the main thing is, can we get a quarterback? And I've been letting the CPU handle the scouting here so I can move faster. I don't know how good this quarterback class is. Like, Taiwan Hunter might have been the best quarterback available in the whole offseason. I wouldn't know. We pick at 14. Like a typical bad Vikings season, like, they're bad, but not bad enough maybe to get the #1 quarterback. So let's check out the draft board here, because we're probably looking at moving up. And if we just go to quarterback, 1 first-round talent. This is not the year for this problem. Steven Sharp, early first. He's definitely a good option. And then you got 3 second-round talents here. Mark Emery, who does have really good speed. Late 2. Jared Davis is an early 2 with great speed. And then you have Percy Turner, mid 2. So they all have good speed. Davis, Turner, Emery is how you'd rank them then. And I don't know what to do right now. Well, I know what to try and do, and that's to get up to #1 overall. Early first round talent with a win now roster. That's kind of the plan. They too need quarterback. No, you don't. You're fine. They agree with me. The second round pick gets us up 13 spots. I can't believe that worked. It shouldn't have. I didn't think it would. But we're on the clock. Our last #1 overall pick was Justin Tucker via trade. Today, it is Steven Sharp, Boston College, 77 overall, hidden dev. Go win us a Super Bowl in year 1, by the way. Our next pick is in like 112 selections. Our next pick is Jaron Cohen. Out of USC, we get cornerback depth here. Next up, we're just going to add some offensive line depth. 65 overall, Rashawn Burrow. So we've tried in this experiment to win a Super Bowl with Kellen Mond. Then we moved on to Tom Brady. With Aaron Rodgers, we made it twice, couldn't get the job done. So now the rookie, Steven Sharp. Can this team get the job done? Or are the Vikings destined to fail again? Superstar dev. This guy got so much development from his first season. I don't even know what his development was when I drafted him. But, that's pretty cool. First game, first win, a ton of yards on offense, 336, 3 touchdowns, and a pick for Steven Sharp. Very nice game. Chris Redmond has a really big day. Anthony Schwartz. Wow, he developed well. All right, we're taking this one all the way to the postseason here. We got that week 1 win, and the Vikings, in the first year with Steven Sharp, go 5-12. What happened? Week 1 went so well. Star dev, by the way, for Steven Sharp. So, most yards. Oh, week 1. Most touchdowns. 3 touchdowns 3 times. Week 1, week 16, and week 18. So, what happened? Here's a stretch where he didn't do a whole lot, like 1 or 0 touchdowns. Passing game hasn't really been there the last few years in this, and I wonder if we're missing maybe a better #2 receiver. Jared Porter played 12 games, so he got hurt. Average is still good, but not as good as last season. 4.3 a carry this year compared to 5.7. Well, Chris Redmond's doing fine, and Jefferson is still good, but there wasn't a lot of production this year. Maybe we just need to give it a season to develop. Defensively, big numbers here for Brandon Parks. 10 sacks for Kinlaw, 9 for Hunter, 8 for Gillislee, and like nothing for anybody else. Very little. A few takeaways here, but 5 wins? Really? Oh, come on. 32nd in points per game? I'm trying here. I'm trying my best. And we had the worst scoring offense. And now we're only 20 at running the ball. Some things in franchise never change. Steven Sharp won Rookie of the Year, though. So how do you get this team to more than 5 wins next season? Well, might have to go to free agency and be a bit more aggressive there for a playmaker. Redmond's a free agent. We'll see who's available. Darisaw wants a huge contract here. His pass blocking is a little underwhelming, but I think I still want to re-sign him, and he'll sign. I don't want to see the defense regress at all, so we'll sign Dion Sapp. And I really hope Daniil spends his whole career as a Viking. What's the tag worth this year? We'll go with that. Jalen Ramsey is available, but we're focused more on the offensive side of the ball here. We have some cap space. I didn't sign Javon Kinlaw. He turned us down. So John McMullen, Tyreek Hill. I wish I could see the stats here for Hill, because I'd just like to see if any of the big playability is going away from the stats. Why isn't that an option here? That's silly. So there's Hill, there's John McMullen, who's 27 years old, but that's going to be a huge long-term deal. I think we'll offer it to Tyreek. We'll then look to sign Ryan Kelly, so we have that good veteran center. We'll try to shore up the D-line. We'll go down an overall a little bit here and give an offer to Deron Payne. Might leave us with a little more cap space than going after Kinlaw again. So all these deals get done then. We add Tyreek Hill. We'll see if that boosts the offense. Ryan Kelly. I might have to figure out a couple things in the draft because we have less cap space. Wow, Washington picks number 1 again. We pick at number 5. So we should have a good chance to come away with a really good player in this draft. No quarterback this year for Washington at the top. The Chargers take the first quarterback. 79 receiver for Indy. 67 guard at 4. For us here, I'm thinking position-wise, tackle or defensive tackle. Either side of the football works for me. But doesn't seem like it was a very strong tackle class. Don't want to reach in the top 5. So then corner is always an option here. Mid 1. You'd like to get early in the first round, but this is a pretty good spot to take a corner. We have 2 safeties, and they're both on big mega deals. Could you just move John Givens to corner then? He's 6'4", runs 4.5, A-zone coverage. John Givens at corner. Yeah, let's go with that. 82 hidden. He's the number 1 player in the class. I'm glad I didn't overthink it there. 86 zone, 70 man, 71 catching, 79 injury. I've been seeing so many injury-prone players in these classes lately, but it hasn't been a big deal with default injury settings in franchise. So there you go. And I would say that his tackling and block shed makes him a better fit there anyway. You want your safeties to be better against the run than that. So yeah, there's a corner. Way to go, Tennessee. You take a 67 guard at 4 and then a running back in the second round. I can already hear how happy the fan base is. So do we just take a guard here and move him to tackle then? We can take Donovan McElroy from Boise and have first round talent to plug that gap at tackle. I know this wasn't a great O-line class, so there are 2 first round options we know of available. Zach Chamberlain, really good bench there, really good run blocker, but pass blocks in the top 3. Yeah, this one's tough, but I think I'll give the edge to the center. Mid 1 and late 1. So yeah, we're going to take Zach Chamberlain and move him to right tackle, normal development. 88 strength, solid across the board outside of pass block finesse. I like that. I'm really intrigued here by Xavier Amos. So, early 2 talent. He skipped the combine. But I want him on this team. Normal dev at 73. So, I've drafted a 275-pound tight end today with 86 speed. Now we have 83 speed, 78 catching, 61 run block. Decent route running for tight end right off the bat. So we're pretty solid at that position then. If we have to save some money, there's always a chance we like move on from Freiermuth or something. Could still use more help at cornerback with Marshawn Lattimore regressing. He's down to an 82 overall this season. So 93 speed with 74 zone on day 1. Pretty good. 78 injury. Wow. Hidden dev linebacker in the 5th round. Cam Stein. He's a run stopper. Definitely not going to do anything in coverage or rushing the quarterback, but he can stop the run. All right, so that center we drafted ends up being a 79 overall when you move him out to tackle. That's pretty solid, but how about that safety moving to corner? I think he'll rate pretty nicely. He's already an 82 with hidden dev. 80 overall corner. So a little bit better at safety, but we need him here. So the previous season was a mess. Only 5 wins. One of the worst we've had in this series. So we went out, we added Tyreek Hill. We have Justin Jefferson, Steven Sharp in year 2. No way this offense is the 32nd in scoring this year. And the defense ought to be really good still. We have more good young players I keep drafting. I think really, really good defensive talent for this team to keep us at a championship level on that side of the football. But it's all about this offense actually playing up to their potential. Pass game has been weak for a while. Let's see if we can change that. All right, we'll start this off here. We're just going to simulate right to mid-season. See if this is off to any better start. Maybe I sim it to week 7 here, or week 8. 2-5. What's wrong with this team? Steven Sharp is not playing very sharp. 11 touchdowns, 7 picks. He's not throwing enough touchdowns. Running game is fine. Why can't we pass better? Why is Jefferson getting 40 yards a game at 99 overall? What does it take to get Jefferson the football now? Like, the numbers have been on a steady decline now. So right now we're looking at the 25th scoring offense. Can't throw the ball very well. I even changed up our playbook to the Sean McVay playbook, just seeing if that would make a change, but it's not. And the defense, I trusted them to play well. You spend your attention solving one problem with this team, and the problems just show up somewhere else. So we finished the year 8-9, and by the end of the year, the defense did get a lot better, but the offense did not. So where are the points? Where did those go? Steven Sharp, I am not impressed 2 years in. I liked his week 1, his first ever start. You know what? I like Christian Ponder's first ever start too. What's going on, man? Jared Porter, he kind of bounced back this year with the production. He's been great with Dalvin Cook leaving. That was a bit of a concern, but this offense has so much talent but can't score. Why is that? Well, the tackle play wasn't good this year. The interior is good. Wow. So Darisaw gave up 11. Chamberlain 16 as a rookie. You still got a lot of playmakers on this defense. Tommy Gillisley. He has become an absolute game wrecker. 3 double-digit sack seasons, 16 this year. And then Justin Tucker, he's not kicking like his old self anymore. Okay, that's literally the third straight matchup in a row. Third straight win for the Chiefs. This is ridiculous. They make it every year. Already giving Joey Miller his contract extension here. Very nice. And no, we're not going to be able to go sign another high-level veteran to try and replace Sharp. I had that idea already. Might be going down a bit in overall this year when it comes to center. We'll offer a contract to DeForest Buckner. I think we'll have plenty of cap space to do this. Wow, this defense keeps getting better. So Gillislee's gone all the way to X Factor in this sim. Obviously, Bonds and Williams are there. But then cornerback John Givens. He got there just like that. So 94 zone after 1 year in the league. How about that? That's not too bad. Got to see those interceptions now. I'm sure he just had X Factor. Had to have. Tony Pollard is now off the roster, and we are looking to bring back Dalvin Cook to be the backup. All right, we got Cook, Daniil Hunter. I signed a center, and then DeForest Buckner said no way. I'll offer a contract to Elton Jenkins because we have a lot of cap space, and he is a really good football player. And he also said no. So we got Deron Payne back, and we're ready for the draft. So now we pick at 13. What can we do this year in the first round? We've made some really good picks. Receiver is something to consider with just the age of the receivers on this roster. So Devontae Justice is certainly in play here. There's BJ Hooker, early first talent. Can anybody compete with early round 1 talent? Yes, on defense. But I think here, do you need a 4th receiver? No. What's the right call here? A new quarterback. There are some unbelievable players in this class, including another combine skip player with early first talent this year. Brandon McAllister, can maybe get him in the 2nd round. All right, so what we're going to do with this pick then is at least get a player who's going to play day 1. We are going to add another corner. We only really have 2 good corners on this team. So we'll go early first round talent, Juan Woodard from Tulane. 94 speed, 75 man. Probably the new slot corner. Playing a lot. And here in the 2nd round, I mean, I'm going Brandon McAllister. I want to know if he's got that hidden development, and he does. So there is another edge rusher. The D-line's been really solid this entire little series. And it will continue to be. Oh my. Running back Kyrie Betts from Notre Dame, hidden development. My goodness, what a pick here in the 4th round. All right, there is no way that this team isn't good. There's too much talent to not go to the playoffs and have a chance to do some damage. All right, we have one of the best receivers in the game, one of the best running backs, a tier 3 quarterback maybe, but we have to find a way. This defense is also way too good. I had such good draft luck in this, it can't go to waste. So again, we do our simulate to mid-season. Come on, Sharp. You have to have a much better season. It's year 3, the big year for quarterbacks. And right now, the Minnesota Vikings are 5-2. All right. So how good is he playing now? Steven Sharp, 15 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Let's go. Running game as good as it's been. And I am playing Kyrie Betts here. And then receiving, you got Jefferson. Big numbers for him. Love that. How about the pass blocking? Man, Darisaw has not been good. Then we go to defense. I see 7 sacks for Daron Payne, 5 for Tremaine Williams, 4.5 for Tommy Gillislee. That's a lot for Tremaine Williams, too, because he's a coverage linebacker. But he can also get to the quarterback, apparently. So the offense isn't like top 10, but we're much better. And we have a very good defense still. So we are in first place with Detroit. Gotta keep it going. We are a playoff team this year. Not necessarily a great one, but we're 10-7, won the division. And the Seahawks are the opening round opponents. So Sharp was much better in this season, going with 37 touchdowns and 7 picks. Running game, obviously very good, but Porter missed 4 weeks and he got injured, and I don't think we replaced him very well. I'm also not seeing Dalvin Cook anywhere. Justin Jefferson, 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns. P.J. Hill, really nice season. And then Joey Miller, 546. Defensively, again, Tommy Gillislee is our best pass rusher. So how far do these Vikings go? Starting off here in the wild card round, we go one and done. 21-14. Can't do it. So it was a much better season for the offense, but can't step up in the playoffs. A bad day for Sharp. Oh, come on. 45%. That won't do it. I don't think we had our starting running back either. Wow. That is bad. Oh, wow. We had Danielle Hunter, Rashawn Burrow, and Jared Porter out in that wild card game. So 3 key starters. We lose by 7. Quarterback doesn't play well. Finally, something different. And a tight end as Super Bowl MVP. Haven't seen this play out before. Cardinals win the Super Bowl. I think I have one more season in me for this experiment, and then we will move on. 2029. Last try. Of course, we're not winning a Super Bowl if we don't have Justin Jefferson, so he just turned down $100 million. And like everybody I'm trying to sign right now wants to go to free agency instead. This isn't a good start. So we're going to start it off by hopefully not losing Justin Jefferson. We've offered a deal to Ronnie Stanley, as Darisaw has not been doing well in these sims. Stanley's a much better pass blocker, so I think we'll try to move on from Darisaw and find a way to upgrade in doing so somewhere. Big free agent week here. Accepted by P.J. Hill. Parks rejected by Justin Jefferson. Oh no. How do we win a Super Bowl this year without Jefferson? Well, I guess I know what we're trying to do then with trading Christian Darisaw. We could use a new receiver. I don't know why that worked. But we just went from Justin Jefferson to Jamar Chase. Straight up for Christian Darisaw. And now Sam Darnold is the new backup quarterback. So let's get to the draft. I think here I am looking for a playmaker this year. So it's definitely not a defensively focused draft, I'm thinking. Could also look at maybe D tackle. Let's take a look at our lineup here. What do we have? Offense just probably needs like that third playmaker to throw the ball to, third receiver. And then if we go to defense, yeah, D tackle is where the need is most. So we take care of that, and we're ready to give it one more try. Plenty of first-round receivers here. Lamar Jones, Alani Beckham, 2 late ones. Mid one for Von Seawright. Jamie Barrett's early first. Darrell Hewitt is late first. And then if we go to D tackle, not as many options, but still some good ones. Brian Lafferty, love that combine. John Sharp, again, really good combine. So I need to get 2 really good players here. Wow, I simmed right to our pick, and there are so many receivers here, I guess, projected second round. But this is a great time to take Jamie Barrett. Early first talent, normal development. But 76 overall, we found our 3rd receiver. Outstanding ratings across the board. And their top need here is defensive tackle. Yeah, I have to make the deal with New England. So this is not normally my style here, but I'll try to give up our future first. Try to get up here, and we will. Brian Lafferty is going to be the selection. Normal development once again, but we drafted 2 starters at our 2 most pressing needs. Wow. Outstanding skill set for both of these players. They could be really good if you went long-term with them. But I'm trying to go and win a Super Bowl this season. I think that gets us in position to compete. I'm making one more pick here because there was a first-round talent at tight end. We've drafted some really good tight ends today. We're very deep at that position now. This is the final team we're attempting to win a title with. Now or never. We had to bring in Jamar Chase to replace Justin Jefferson. We bring in Ronnie Stanley for better pass protection. Steven Sharp's coming off a breakout 3rd season. We have playmakers all over this defense. So, how's this one gonna go? By mid-season, the Minnesota Vikings are 5-1. Top team in the NFC North ahead of the Detroit Lions. Week 16, 9-5 Vikings in a 3-way tie right now in the NFC North. What's going to happen going to the finish line? We end that losing stretch, winning a couple games in a row, decisively going into the Week 18 finale. Have a chance to win this division, be a playoff team. We're 11-5. Going into the playoffs now, we have a matchup against Philadelphia. So 12-5, we win the division. Much better. And here are the stats on the season. So Sharp did kind of regress a little bit statistically, going to 25 touchdowns, 10 picks. But I still think this offense is pretty good. Kyrie Betts, by the way, superstar development at running back. Love that. Jared Porter, 1,000 yards again. Jamar Chase replacing Jefferson very well. Joey Miller stepped it up this year. Jamie Barrett helping out as a rookie. How about the sacks allowed? Matthew Levy, who is that? Do we have a big injury at one of the tackle spots? Why didn't Rashawn Burrow play more? That's weird. I had the depth chart all set up. And then on defense, not getting the same pass rush. Danielle Hunter's getting a lot older. But we have a good secondary, a lot of investment there. So now we got our playoff run. Oh, that's what happened here. Ronnie Stanley is hurt. Oh no. That is not good. How's the injury report? Courtney Presley, Ronnie Stanley. So we'll play Rashawn Burrow then at left tackle and see if we can get some wins now. Unfortunately, that is the end of the road. Giving up 38 points to Philadelphia. We had to go down that road again, huh? Well then. Defense lets us down against Philly in the playoffs. The only way this series could end is by coming full circle and repeating history. We've done that. And now I think my work here is done. The Lions almost got a Super Bowl title this year, but it goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Congratulations to them. Well, I built this team for like 10 years roughly. Made it all the way to 2030. But could not get it done. I drafted some excellent players in this. And I'm surprised we didn't win a title, honestly. I feel like we have a lot more talent than most CPU teams. I do think losing Ronnie Stanley here hurts, but I didn't think it would hurt quite this much. Put up a lot of good production in this little experiment. Rebuilt the defense nicely, moving on from a lot of veterans, but not Daniil Hunter. I was trying to win a Super Bowl with him. But ultimately, that is it for this, everybody. Tried my best to rebuild the Vikings, but this is a challenge that I can't conquer right now. For fun, I'll just simulate it through one more year without me even touching the offseason and just see what happens. Did they keep the quarterback? Did they add to the team to make a run? Let's just have some fun with it here and sim to the Super Bowl. Let's see if the Vikings are somehow there. If you like this experiment and you'd like to see more like it, let me know. But the Vikings went 8-9 and tied for first place in the division. But I guess the Bears probably won that tiebreaker then. So, could not get it done here, unfortunately. Let's just see if the Jaguars can go back-to-back. But I'll be moving on and doing some other stuff on the channel. Jaguars win it again with Trevor Lawrence. And hey, a new MVP, finally, Jonathan Taylor instead of CMC again. So that is going to do it for this Vikings experiment. I just wanted to see how badly they handled the roster here. Dorian Burnett. They started a 68 overall quarterback this year. He played pretty well, too. So that wasn't the problem with this team. All right. That's going to do it for this experiment, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave your feedback down below. On this episode, do you like moving at a faster pace like this for certain projects? Let me know. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, and I'll catch you all next time. Have a great day.